ABC Steve here, FlipSideCT. Thanks for joining me. My last video was number 76, a vinyl show in Astoria, Queens. Some great punk, some cool rock and roll. So worth it for me. I'll definitely be going again. Really enjoyed it. So check that out if you haven't seen it. If you notice anything different, I am shooting with a DSLR camera, Canon 60D. Was my brother's. I am now the owner of it. I have a wireless mic. It's something I've had also prior from here. It's not like I just bought it. So just giving this a try, this hookup, and trying to master it. Okay, so I went to about 4 stores. I got just a few albums. Bounced right quickly through this. I've been wanting solo work from Roky Erickson, and this is his second album. I enjoy it. Some other folks and critics, whatever you want to say it's not as good as others. I really like it. Those of you who don't know, bear with me, folks who know. Roky played and was the guy with the 13th floor elevators. And if you don't have anything by them, try to get the reissues. Listen to a Garage. Roky went through some hard times drug-wise. Supposedly came out of it with help of his brother. There's documentaries out on YouTube on this, so just look it up. It's really interesting. It's a hard luck story, but I think it came out on the good side with Roky doing better. So supporting him is really cool, and I'm glad I got that. At the same store, I got a best of, and this band, I've been wanting to get some of the albums. Which is the Chocolate Watch Band. 1983 Best of Rhino Records, still a great sounding record. This is the way I wanted to go, best of. If you're a Stones fan, you don't know these guys, give them a listen. They were highly influenced with the Stones, more vocals of Mick than anything, but you'll appreciate that when you hear this. And next, another store. I've seen this album mentioned and shown. I don't believe people drilled down into the guitarist and lead singer Bill Nelson of Bebop Deluxe. This is a little later glam rock band. Sort of picked up the pieces after Bowie, T-Rex, Sweet, all the others above. These guys did sound a little bit like Bowie. Maybe that's why they weren't so famous. Anything, if you want to copy Bowie and try to, go ahead, because I'm going to enjoy it. Bebop Deluxe. Bill Nelson is really known for his brilliant guitar work. So if you really want to play guitar and you want to hear something really great, listen to this. Mick Ronson, he's in that caliber. I'm not going to say he's better or who's better or what, but give this a listen to, this album. They changed after this album, this first one. Cockney Rebels guys came in, and so the album went different places. Bill Nelson's solo stuff wasn't so great for me. Some of it's give or take from the 80s.
Room in the east invested with meanings, open to none but the strange and the wild. Sunset encounters with destiny's chances, envelopes marked for the personal life. I'm rolling miles. Some talk to celluloid, some talk to shiny cars. I talk to souls.
This is just really cool glam, and like I said, it's got that Bowie sound also. I went down to Jersey a week or so ago, and I stopped at one of my old stomping grounds from, the early 70s, I should say late 70s, early 80s, vintage vinyl records. So here's some footage. So vintage is huge, very overwhelming when you go in there. A lot of things on the walls. Prices are, okay, a little bit high. But when I saw this album, I had it in my hand years ago at a show, put it down, and I regretted it. I'm a fan of Graham Parsons, Flying Burrito Brothers, Sleepless Nights, 1975 this was released. There are only country songs on here in the sense of they weren't made by the Flying Burrito Brothers. They were just other artists that they took. But 9 songs with the Burrito Brothers and Graham, and 3 songs sort of Graham solo. This was put out with Emmy Lou is on here also.
Our circle was broken when God called on Mother one night. In a voice sweet and low, her last words were spoken, asking.
The critics, sort of were in the middle of the road with this. Anything Graham I just like. Those of you who don't know Graham, he brought the rock into country, if you want to put it that way. He taught Keith Richards about the open guitar tuning. Totally won't go into that, but to get that unique Keith Richards guitar sound, he's the one that introduced it back in the Exile. In fact, maybe with Sticky Fingers, he did a little of that too. But he did Nashville tuning, showed Keith. Nashville tuning is when you take a 12-string guitar, you take all the high-end strings, put that on a regular 6-string guitar, and you got Nashville tuning, so you got a high-pitched sound. But anyway, Graham, just cool for me. he did die in a bad way out in Joshua Tree. But glad I got that album. Another store, and the last store here, Replay Records in Hamden. Been looking for, well, I shouldn't say I've been looking, just recently started looking, more for the glam again, keeping my eye open. Cockney Rebel, Steve Harley, glam rock, 74, I think this came out. This is their second. The first one is still I need to get. But again, Bowie-ish sound.
Shift around this one song town like a sparrow with a broken wing, feeling blue. Terrified to step outside. It's so
Just cool guys. Just what can I say? Cockney Rebel, a great band to have if you like glam rock.
peeking through the nimbus covers, we see that twisted tale of mine.
Last one, I was thumbing through, and I always look for Eno, and I found something that I didn't think I would find. But 2015 Record Store Day, he did put out 4,000 of these records called My Squelchy Life, and this was supposed to be released back in the early 90s. They put it out on tape, cassette tape, and they mailed it out. And then the record company, I think, is the one that retracted it and got some back, but some still were floating out there, and bootlegs were released. In fact, Eno saw a bootleg at a market and bought it just for his sake, that he wanted to hear it. But this is when I got this, I didn't know what to expect. I expected this to be sort of all over the place, sort of music I'm not going to enjoy. There's some, that few albums that I don't care for, and I thought maybe it might go into that area. But I played this twice. I usually don't play an album when I bring it home twice in a row. It's that good for me. If you like Tiger Mountain, if you like with Talking Heads, even OMD sound is in here, the synthesized slower sound, and Brian Ferry sound.
This is the way that I took it. Just when
Really good, really impressed. Everything is unique, very different and unique. My Squelchy Life, 2015, a Record Store Day. If you can get a copy and you're an Eno fan, check this out. Robert Quine plays on it. Robert Fripp plays on the song. Ben Montench, who's the pianist for Tom Petty, is on here. But this is just a cool album. They're just normal records. That's it, folks. I hope everything goes well with you during the week. And thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.